B. 31st of March, 2020. Innisfree, Prospect Avenue, Brooklyn. I thought I had life all figured out. Yet it only took one letter and a devastating secret to turn my world upside down. But I've also learned that sometimes change can bring you to where you need to be. If you'd asked me who I was before recent events, I'd have replied that I was B. O'Connor, a proud daughter and granddaughter of Irish immigrants. Yes, both. Brooklyn-born and reared in a house called Innisfree, a 3-story brownstone that my great-great-uncle Richard bought and planned to fill with a family of his own. But destiny had another purpose for him, one that didn't include a wife and children, which in turn changed my grandfather's life, because Innisfree became his home, and he filled it with all of us instead. Great-great-uncle Richard, my grandparents, and my mom are all gone now. Granddad always said that when you leave a place that you love, you never really go. Your echo can still be heard if you listen closely enough. Oh God, I hope so. There's something so comforting in knowing that the people I love, both those here and those that are gone, are around me still, loving me, catching me when I fall. My Irish heritage is a big part of who I am. I grew up listening to my grandparents speak of their birth country in revered tones. Ireland was a greener, friendlier, funnier, happier place than New York was. Every anecdotal tale they shared was cushioned in a cloud of nostalgia. It was the same for Dad and Uncle Mike, too. As first-generation immigrant kids, most conversations at their dinner table included a trip down memory lane to our beloved Ireland. And then there were the ballads. I learned pretty quickly that these songs of Ireland went hand in hand with being a member of the Irish-American diaspora. And as we Irish tend to love a good sing-song, most of us have one special song where every lyric and note is a reminder of Ireland, family, and home. Of what might have been. Danny Boy, the streets of New York, the mountains of Moran, Spancel Hill. For the O'Connor family, it has always been the Isle of Innisfree, the song that inspired the name of our home. At the many gatherings that were held in our large family room over the years, we'd sing about folks who were dreamers, folks who were just like me. I've dreamed of Ireland, the birthplace of my mother and grandparents, my entire life. And every time I sang the Isle of Innisfree, I felt, deep down inside of me, the siren call of home. But there's the rub. How can I call myself a New Yorker if I'm not sure where my heart belongs? They say home is where the heart is, yet somehow my heart is split in two. The city I live in and love, and the home of my ancestors. Somewhere I lived only in my dreams. This is why I had no choice but to go looking for the truth of who I really am, where I came from, and where I belong. It's quite a story as it goes, and as I've got time on my hands for a while, I've decided to write it down. You see, I've had to hit the pause button on my life for a bit, and there's nothing like time on your hands to make you reflect on the events of the past couple of months. My story belongs to my parents, too, because the ripples of their life pooled out wide to touch the lives of so many other people, too. It all begins with a letter I wrote to my future self when I was 10 years old.